This is
Inner Circle.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Inner Circle. I'm Brendan Wright,
I'm Tyler Phillips. Here again.
and we went during Thanksgiving week to see Justice League.
Justice League. The movie thrown together without prequel movies. Can we call them prequel movies? Like the movies that introduce the characters before the collaboration?
I wouldn't call it prequel. Prequel is where you go back before the original,
Okay.
and place context into events that happened in the actual original.
Okay.
But essentially, these aren't prequels. These are I would consider them build-up movies.
Okay.
And Marvel pretty much set up, just context. Marvel, for comparison, Marvel set up the Avengers by having movies on every single character, almost in the cast, with the exception of Hawkeye, and I know Black Widow was in a number of movies before.
Hulk doesn't really count because it was taken out of the universe, right?
Universal, I believe, has rights to his solo films,
Okay, yeah.
but
It's
in
weird.
terms of collaboration, let me think. It just really desperately needed this build-up.
Yeah.
It really did, and what is it? We have introductions in this movie to
Three characters?
Flash, Cyborg,
And
that's
Aquaman.
it. And Aquaman. I completely forgot about him.
Yeah, because they downgraded him in this movie.
Well, downgraded. Okay, compared to the old TV shows and the memes.
Well, no, like, compared to the one clip they showed in Batman v Superman, it was like he punched a underwater robot out of the sea,
Yeah.
and yet this is just like, oh, I could stop water in a tunnel.
Maybe you can talk to fish. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I will say this movie is fun. It has the kind of Marvel tone that we're used to seeing from those films. So since
It's not dark.
since they stopped being so serious, it's like they're kind of a crappy version of what Marvel's doing.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, all the humor is kind of built up because we have these movies to where we care about what these characters are saying.
Yeah.
While the problem here is like it's so tone deaf sometimes, and I feel like they don't know if they want to take themselves seriously or not.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why when we go straight from Superman or Batman v Superman to this, it's like a tone whiplash.
Oh yeah, it's completely different.
Especially when they have that Superman quote, like when he tells Batman, "Do you bleed?" Oh, by the way, this is gonna be
Spoiler.
okay. I'm trying to think. What other things can we say without spoiling it? Wonder Woman has misogynistic male gaze sometimes.
Yeah.
Some men do like kind of admit their longing after her, and she kind of has an ass gaze from a couple of heroes sometimes, which I'm like, okay, yeah, I can tell who wrote this, but it's okay, it's fine.
Well, I think we could also say, like, Batman is trying to be the leader of the Justice League, and in this movie, it just does not work out. He does not seem like he's going to be the leader or the powerhouse.
Well,
It's just,
I think he realizes that because that's why he's trying to be harder, so he can try to build up leaders. And I'm actually, can I bring it up? Yeah, okay, let's go into it. Superman comes back.
If you didn't know that, I'm sorry. Like, even before the movie, you should have known that.
But essentially, Superman comes back, and I honestly, this is my thing. They brought him back the movie after killing him, if you don't count Wonder Woman, which is a prequel or build-up movie. Plus prequel.
Yeah, it is a prequel. It's kind of like just a backstory thing.
Yeah.
Not even a prequel. It's just like,
And you want me to care about Superman when he doesn't deserve the kind of honor they give him. Like at the beginning of the movie, they give him a 5-minute song.
Yeah.
Like with that super melodramatic with
and they have a bunch of clips of every country, like major country in the world,
warning him, and I'm like
not warning him, like giving a tribute.
Yeah,
to him.
and I'm like, what the hell has he done? Because like we don't. Okay, if you're a comic book fan, you know what he's done.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're a movie fan and you go out to see these new like universe of movies, all you saw was Man of Steel, which was a glorified origin movie. And then you had Batman v Superman, where his like authority was being questioned, and we only saw him save people 2 times.
Yeah,
So it makes me question, why does he deserve the tribute? This film doesn't really. Instead of showing me a montage of people mourning him, show me a montage of people mourning him and him actually doing shit.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do anything. So why should I care? And like, especially when they're like, we need Superman. Batman, you've been at this for like 20 years, bro.
He's already beat Superman. I
Yeah.
figured Batman would have that cocky attitude of, oh, we don't need him.
Oh,
I win.
Can I question Batman's intelligence in this movie? Because
Yes,
in this
easily.
movie, in like Batman and Superman, he's seen as like, I know what I'm doing. In this movie, for some reason, whoever wrote this movie has a big Superman boner. They
Yeah.
really do, and I don't get why it's warranted. Because like, what is it? What Batman's like? We have to bring him back, but we must be prepared to fight him. But Batman, why don't you have your like suit on from Batman v Superman? Are you an idiot?
Like,
Are
he
you
gets
an idiot?
picked up by Superman and just tossed like a rag doll. Why are you not wearing
record
your...
scratch? I bet you're wondering how did I get myself in this situation? Because he didn't wear his stupid suit. You idiot! I was like, why do you think like okay? If you thought there was a 1% chance, and you said this in Batman v Superman, if there's a 1% chance that this guy could be the enemy, he's got to go down. In that case, you wanted to resurrect him from the dead. And also, you weren't in a suit that would have actually help you in battle.
Yeah, and he's resurrecting him to be a villain, kind of.
Yeah.
Like expecting him not to know what he is and
So
go
he's not,
after
and he
him.
wasn't prepared either. So he was just gonna die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you idiot! Why didn't you have the suit?
It's-
That was like one of the biggest things to me. I'm like, Batman would not be this unprepared.
Yeah. Well, here's another pothole.
Bring out the big guns.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But there's a pothole. In Batman v Superman, at the end of the movie, the extra clip, you can see the dirt rising on Superman's coffin. Like, he still has power, he's still alive. And he's just gonna come back. Why in the hell did they use the mother block to bring him back? If they had that whole setup. What was the point in doing that in Batman v Superman? If they were just gonna use this mother block to build him back. And
I'm gonna offer an alternate writing that they could have done. And let me know what you think. Essentially, Batman realizes that well, Superman's gone. We have to come together. We have to come together, and they come together and they beat Romanoff when they learn how to work together with each other.
yeah.
And then and then Superman comes back in the middle of Justice League 2. But the thing is, the whole point of the movie poster has all of them except Superman. It says "Come Together," and like the thing is, it kind of ruins the point of "Come Together" when Superman comes in at the last minute and
Yeah.
literally single-handedly beats the final guy.
Yeah, and I think it would have been better that way that you're saying because
Yeah.
if we had like, I don't think Martian Manhunter's gonna be in any of Justice League. I think that's already been.
I feel like
declared
Green
no.
Lantern.
Green Lantern will be.
I feel like Green Lantern because like in the trailers they had, I believe Alfred. He looked at someone and they might have cut the scene out. I can't remember.
They
where,
did. It was
where
not in the
where
movie.
like they said you'd come, and I'm like, what? Well, who are you talking about? We thought it was either Superman or Green Lantern. I think it
Yeah.
would have been cool if it was Green
Well,
Lantern.
they hinted at Green Lantern in a past story. They said
Yeah.
like the Lanterns.
They're
came
part
to
of
help.
the universe.
They're still a part of the universe, but I've heard a rumor that it's gonna be the Lantern Corps movie, not just Green Lantern.
I'm actually okay with that.
I'm okay. I'm very okay with that. But it would be so cool in Justice League for like the Lantern Corps to already be a part of it, and then Superman comes back, and it's just like, who's this guy? Huh? You want to learn? Let's go
Yeah.
and show off like a scene of him just beating the crap out of somebody. Lantern's like, oh, okay.
Oh crap. Ryan Reynolds comes back as Green Lantern.
Oh no.
That'd be great.
He's already just in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
something I wanted to get back to: the big guns.
the big gun.
How cliche can you get?
This whole
in
movie's
this
cliche, dude.
Like, be different.
This whole
When you
movie
say
is a
the big
different
guns,
dude.
I actually thought it was like gonna be this big old super like thing to take Superman down. No, it was just his girlfriend to stare at him and say, "Honey, don't you remember me?" What? No.
And then
Stop.
Superman flies off with her.
It's like it's so cliche. I'm tired of seeing that story. Like it.
You know this entire movie's cliche, right?
It is.
Okay, last. Okay.
No, not the last thing. I still have a lot more to go.
Oh, go ahead. I'll bounce off.
So,
you. I really
Superman's
didn't like
way
this
too
movie.
overpowered.
Huh?
Superman is way too overpowered in this.
Yeah.
He is brought back, and it's like he's a god.
Like we talked about this. Like whoever wrote this story had a huge Superman boner.
Yeah. Well, I also think it's because of the directors. Like, what the first one, his daughter died, so the second one took over. I can't remember the names.
You're talking about Zack Snyder and Josh Whedon.
Yes.
I know Josh Whedon
Whedon
helped
took
out
over.
a little bit.
So you just can't do that. But also, Flash looked like he had the potential to be overpowered, and Cyborg definitely looked overpowered.
Yeah.
But yet, Cyborg can't control a defense system that's aiming right at Superman.
Yeah.
He's got all these powers, all this stuff, and he can't pull his arm down. I'm sorry, that's just terrible writing. That's a plot hole to me.
Because Superman's that strong, my dude. What is it? It's more like the stupidity of the characters that really go against them. Because honestly, the level of this villain in Justice League is the same level as like the guy at the beginning of Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
Who blew
Red Skull
up.
or
The Skull, the Crossbones guy.
Crossbones?
You see, he's that forgettable.
Yeah.
The guy at the beginning of... You've seen Civil War way more than me. It's like the guy from the beginning with the crossbones.
Oh, Civil War. Okay, yeah.
Like the level of that guy. Like he honestly is that terrible. He's not that good. I don't feel threatened by him. He says the most cliche video game level dialogue.
Yeah. I feel like they tried to paint him as like an Ultron kind of person. Like,
Ultron was way better than this
Ultron was way
Joker.
better, but it was like an alternate being that comes back with minions and tries to take over blah 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 world. And his design was consistent with the Amazonian stories, so I liked that. But his story arc, he just kept saying, "Mother, this is all for you, Mother." I'm like, what are you? Are you getting into the trio of Batman and Superman? Is your mother's name Martha? Martha?
No, but final thing I have to say about this movie
So many potholes.
is that Coco is far better.
I did not see Coco.
I can guarantee 100% that Coco is a far better experience than any portion, even the funny parts was Flash, that I got.
Flash was...
He was funny.
He was funny.
He was funny. Coco is far better. Don't spend your...
Good time to mention my blood sugar?
Oh, don't... Coco. I cried 5 times.
Crap.
I haven't cried since middle school when Wilson floated away from Tom Hanks' character in Castaway.
Wilson.
Yeah, don't stop. My tears. No, but Coco, at the end I was bawling like a baby.
Yeah.
Please go see, Coco over this. Please.
Can
I don't buy this either. I want them, they're already made enough money. I actually don't want them to do too well.
No,
with this
they're in a
movie.
deficit. They have not made anywhere near what they
Are
put
you
into
serious?
it. Yeah.
That is amazing.
They did not make anywhere
I'm
near
actually okay. I feel so bad that I'm happy that it failed. I just think it's so cliche that I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, I do like one thing, and it was at the end of the movie, and it just nostalgic moment. Superman and Flash race.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed that. I just sat there like smacking the leg at my girlfriend. They're gonna race. They're gonna race.
Isn't it great
it
how
was
the
great.
only times in the movie people enjoyed is when they kind of impersonate what Marvel's already done with their kind of cliche, corny jokes that are somewhat funny. I'm sorry, I just like it. This whole movie is unoriginal. There's literally. Oh yeah, it's split in 2 files.
That's fine.
This whole movie is just very cliche and has been done. If it's not cliche, it's been done before. And I don't get it. I don't get why people think this is okay. I think when I left theater, I was like, it's okay at the most.
Yeah.
You'd have to argue with me for it to even think it was okay. It is literally just cliche, and they tried to impersonate, like, they're like a poor man's Marvel at this point.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
they
if they
are.
were going for the serious thing, keep with it, but just have better writing.
Yeah.
Go see Coco. Justice League sucks. Wait for it to go on a streaming service.
Oh my god. Bye, guys.
End it like...
Bye, guys.